Hello there and welcome to this evening's video. Now as you join me here, I'm up here in Wardley at this rather scenic spot, so to speak, in this little small park area, which is only got one seat in it, but at least it's got a seat, unlike Gsteshead East Cemetery, which, as you know, if you saw my last video, has got no seats. It might not be my last video, it depends when I upload this. Could be a few videos back by the time I get this one up, you never know. But this park is very small. Like I say, I'll try and get a good shot of it here. So it's got houses all around it. I'll say that again. It's got houses all around it, and it's got little hills in the middle of like hedges. There's like hedges all around the outside of it, as you should be able to see there. I'm not sure how well this is picking up on camera, but there's some little mounds over here, so to speak. And of course we've got a bin here, but it's quite rusty. It could do with a new lick of paint, so to speak. I'm not sure what this estate is called. Is there a name anywhere? Can't see one. Oh well. But there's a thing here, this red thing. I think that used to have a sign on it. Other than that, I don't know where else it would be used for. But as you can see, it doesn't have a sign on it anymore, unfortunately. Now another thing, I don't know what it is with this camera, but every so often it does this flickering thing. I'm using a different camera today, trying it out. It's the first time I've tried it properly, apart from a few tests around the house and in the garden. So we'll have to see how it goes. I don't fully trust this camera, but it's still pretty decent. Got a few issues, but it's still pretty decent. But I don't trust it as much as some of the other ones. But then again, like I say, I haven't tried it out fully yet. Like, made a proper video with it, just some tests. And I'm having a rest at the minute because I've just got here. I've just came from my house, basically, all the way up to here. And now I'm having a bit of a rest. And I haven't had anything to eat yet. And if you know me and my videos, that's quite common. But I've got snacks with us and stuff, so that shouldn't be too bad. And it's quite warm at the minute, actually. It's not dead warm, but it's still quite warm. It's not boiling or anything, thank God. You know what I'm saying? You know something, I'm not sure how long this housing estate has been here, but I think it's quite a few years, even though these houses kind of look brand new to me. Perhaps not as new as the Maples estate back where I live, but they still look pretty new. I think you can see these mounds better when I'm facing the camera this way. So I don't know why they made it like that, but they have. I'm surprised they didn't put a few more seats in here though. But there's a few gardens similar to this around this area that don't have any seats in it. So I'm lucky to have this one, to be honest. That is for sure. And let's check out the sky. Them clouds look a bit iffy to me. But we'll not say anything else about that, because we might set some people off in the comments, and we don't want to do that. Just certain people or a certain person. I'm not going to name who it is. That'll forever remain a mystery. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And another thing, it's quite late in the evening. It's nearly 25 past 8. I think it's 23 minutes past 8 to be precise. So there's not a whole lot of light left, because I think it starts to get dark now about 9:15, possibly earlier, I'm not sure, somewhere around that anyway. So I'm going to try and head up to Heworth Cemetery for a bit. I don't think I'll be going to Gsteshead East Cemetery tonight because, like I say, the light's going down. It's getting a bit late-ish. I mean, I do have my lights with us and stuff, but I prefer to shoot in daylight when I'm using non-night vision cameras, to be honest, because when you're in a secluded spot like that Gsteshead East Cemetery, it's quite massive, you know, inside, and it's a bit of a dodgy area, according to that guy on here called Tyneside Life. I think he's called Tyneside Life. He says it's a bit of a dodgy area up there on the night time, so I'm a bit wary, you know, of being in there in the pitch black darkness with a bright light. So every Tom, Dick and Harry can see is when they pass or pass through the cemetery or near it, you know what I'm saying? They'll be saying, "Ooh, what's that over there? Let's go and have a look. There's a big bright light over there. Let's go and see what's going on," you know what I mean? So you got to be careful, you know. Some people could be friendly and non-hostile, but some could be hostile and either want your money or other things, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful, you know what I mean? Oops, I raised my voice a bit too much there. It echoed off all these houses here. Okay, so I've managed to reach Heworth Cemetery, as you should be able to see here. I'm next to this very old grave here. I'm not sure what date's on it. Let's have a look. 1915 I can see, but it's very worn, so it's hard to tell. But that definitely says 1915 there. But I'm buggered if I can read the rest of it. That's for sure. It's pretty done in, shall we say, with the weather, like weather beaten and stuff, and what have you. Now I'm going to try and keep out from right under the trees because this camera's not going to look so great under the trees, I don't think. And at some point I'll have to get me light out, as I was mentioning earlier before I got here. It seems warmer here actually. It was a bit windy when I left, but it seems to have calmed down a bit now. The wind's dropped. It's not really windy at all at this present moment, to be honest with you. Quite calm and all that, you know. This grave here is very demolished. I know some people were saying that the Gsteshead East Cemetery was in a bit of bad state of disrepair. This one's got its fair share of damaged graves as well. This one's completely collapsed in, and I think they might have put some of the cross bits snapped in half, and probably just placed it inside the grave there for safety reasons, so it didn't fall on someone, I think. I don't think it would have fell off in that position, to be honest. It's got a tree growing in the middle of it as well. You can see that there's a tree growing right in the middle of the grave there. So I don't think there's any rain forecast for tonight, so it should be okay, I think. So walk around here. There's a little grave here. These ones are ancient, like. See what I can see on it. If I can make anything out on the grave. Tip. Is it TT? Ellen something. Nah, it's pretty much unreadable, unfortunately. It's too corroded. It's too corroded. Okay, so I'm in amongst the undergrowth here, just having a bit of a sit down on this rather damp grass. It is rather damp. I thought it would have been dry, but having said that, there was a few puddles on the way up here, so I shouldn't be too surprised really now, should I? Considering. Now these plants here, or weeds, or whatever you want to call them, they're pretty much grown inside this grave. I was going to say over the grave. It is over the grave, but it's also in the grave. Type of thing. I'll try and show you. Hang on. There's a swing round here. Here's the grave itself, and you should be able to see, like I'm saying, like what I was saying, it's covered in these weed things. I don't think they're proper plants. I think they're just weeds. What do you think? Do you think they're weeds? Who knows? But I think they're weeds. Are you weeds? Yes, we are. There's your confirmation. They are indeed weeds. Hearing some strange sounds over there. What's going on? Don't know what that is. Now I've just found this leaning crucifix grave here. Now that I think about it, I could do with a new crucifix, but I think this one will be a bit big to put in my pocket. And I'm not a grave robber either, so I don't think I'll be doing that. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It was just a joke, just in case anyone takes it seriously. Because some people, unfortunately, do take some things rather seriously that I say or do on here. But I'm not going to mention any names once again. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's take a look over here, because when I was last here, I recorded a section about this Greece. I'll start again. I recorded a section about this Greek-looking pillar. And when I say pillar, I don't mean the type that you sleep on with your head on. I mean like a column. And when I say column, I don't mean like in a newspaper type column, you know what I'm saying? Just to clear that up. So I'm going to try and shoot this bit again. Since I cocked it up last time. I cocked it up. Somebody over there called James Robson. Did I cover that one last time? I can't remember. There's a chess piece over there. There's a few chess pieces in here. So here, behind us, is this rather Greek-looking column. I don't know if this is Masonic, but it could be, because haven't they got connections with ancient Greece as well as ancient Egypt and stuff? And what have you? I'm trying to get in a better position here because I've just noticed something. The name on this grave, that's like a Greek column, is the Reverend Arthur Schofield, a minister of the Methodist New Connexion, who died May the 11th, 1892, in the 26th year of his age, it says. I wonder if he's any relation to Philip Schofield. You never know. And if he is, I better keep my eyes peeled, because you never know, Gordon the Gopher could be somewhere nearby, and I could bump into some people who want to audition for the next series of The Cube. But then again, I don't think there's going to be another series of The Cube, and if there is, I'm pretty sure they'll have a different presenter, because I think Philip Schofield got into some hot water about a few things, didn't he? Now I think about it. So I don't think that's going to be happening, at least not with him presenting it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, as is usually the case when I'm out doing these videos, no matter where I am, I usually at some point have to put my rosemary oil spray on, and I put it all over my back, rub it in, on my chest, and sometimes on my feet. I don't tend to put it on my feet when I'm out, because that's a bit more involved, shall we say. But I think I'm going to have to put it on, because things are starting to take place here. If you catch me drift, you know what I'm saying? You know, the things that come from the things in the graves, possibly. But you know what I'm on about without saying the words. So I'll try and shoot a bit more, then I'll put my rosemary oil on. Like I say, it's a spray, but I've got to spray it on my hand and then rub it in onto my back and stuff. It's like putting suntan lotion on the way. Only I'm not going to take my shirt off, so don't panic. Don't panic. I won't be doing that on camera anyway, and even if I did, I will not be taking my shirt off. I cannot make that clear enough. The shirt will be staying on, okay? Sorry to disappoint anyone, or shock anyone that it's not coming off, okay? I don't want to put you off your dinner or anything. Maybe planning on going to some restaurant this evening or tomorrow or whatever. Might put you off your dinner, you know what I'm saying? So the shirt will not be coming off. This is not a Backstreet Boys reunion concert or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? So, and if it was, you'd be wondering, where the hell's the rest of them? You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just me. Hey. Anyway, tell you, I'm going to find somewhere else to have a sit down in here. Even if it is an ancient grave, because there's no seats next to this bit. Unfortunately, there's no seats here, you know what I'm saying, like? You know what I'm saying? And there's a chess piece behind us in the background. Where is it? There. Hang on. Can you see it? Stop shaking, finger. It's because I'm pointing my finger straight, it won't stay still. I've got Parkinson's. The onset of Parkinson's is coming on. Here in Heworth Cemetery, live. You witnessed it first. Here, live at Heworth Cemetery. Gordon's developing Parkinson's. I'll email Michael J. Fox and ask him for some advice. That's what I'll do. Just kidding. Because apart from that, my hands are not shaking much or anything. So it's just the angle that I was trying to stretch my finger, and now I'm exaggerating it. Anyway. Now you never guess what's just happened. You'll not believe this. I was sitting down over there, right, having a rest. And I got my packet of nuts out, right? I turned this way, I had my nuts in this hand. Or was it this hand? I forget now. It was in one of my hands. I had my nuts, right? I turned this way. I was looking at something over there. I was sitting over there somewhere, like I say. And all of a sudden I felt like a tug. Like the noise of the packet and that. And I looked round, the bloody squirrel just grabbed me nuts. And he's legging it across the grass. Like, I'm not kidding you. No joke. So what I'm going to have to do now is, I'm going to have to try and find that bloody squirrel, like. I think he went across this way somewhere. I know I pointed over there, but I think it was more in this direction, I think. I don't know. Let's have a look. Oi! Squirrel! Give us me bloody nuts back, will you? Son of a bitch. Anyway, I don't know why he likes them. They got salt on. I thought squirrels didn't like nuts if they got salt all over them, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is a bit of a long shot to get them nuts back, but you never know, he might have dropped them somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Not seeing any signs of them, like, to be honest with you. Oi, squirrel, where the hell are you? Those were KP nuts! You're not supposed to eat those, the salt's bad for you. Son of a bitch. Good job I haven't got any cat food with us, isn't it? Probably a cat would come along and steal the freaking cat food off us as well, you know what I'm saying? And then again, the cat food's for cats. So why would I have cat food with us unless I was going to feed it to some cats? I know you're thinking, that's a very good question, Gordon. Why would you have cat food with you if you weren't planning on giving it to some cats or a cat while you're out? Yeah, well, you never know. If I get really hungry and I've run out of me other supplies, I might just try some of the cat food, you know what I'm saying? Stranger things have happened, haven't they? Stranger things have happened. And I'm not on about the TV show because I've never seen it. I've never seen Stranger Things, the TV show. But I'll tell you what I did see. It was a few days ago. I passed a guy. Where was it again? Oh yeah, I was in Hebburn, next to Campbell Park Road Bridge that goes over to Luke's Lane. I saw a guy wearing a Stranger Things t-shirt, walking his dog on the road down the right hand side of the bridge, off the bridge next to the houses on the path. Yeah, he was wearing a Stranger Things t-shirt. Looked pretty good as well. But I've never seen the TV show, to be honest. Never seen it. I know it's pretty satanic and all that. I know that much. Didn't it involve like something to do with a heavy metal singer or something in the show? I know that much. I heard someone talking about it or something, or a review or something. I forget now. I've mentioned a film. One of my favourite films of all time is called Trick or Treat. And it's supposed to be getting a 4K Blu-ray release soon. I think it's in the USA, it's getting the release, or Germany, I forget which. So I might have to get my hands on that at some point. This thing's bloody flashing again. Stop flashing! It's against the law! Disgusting, you shouldn't be flashing like that. Anyway, Trick or Treat, I've mentioned it before, and it was directed by Charles Martin Smith. Stars Mark Price and what's the other guy? The guy that played the heavy metal singer in the film who got burnt to death in a ritual fire thing in a hotel. He passed away sadly quite some time ago. He was also in the film Chorus Line with Michael Douglas and Audrey Landers and a few other people. Yeah. He played Sammy Kerr in the film. Good film, that. Some people said it was a bit like Carrie in places, like they'd been influenced by Carrie, because there's a scene in the film where Sammy Kerr bursts in and lets loose, and he's sort of like blasting everyone with some electricity and knocking them flying everywhere, and it's a bit like the scene in Carrie when she goes crazy covered in blood at the prom thing, you know. I think that's why they said it was similar in places. I still prefer Trick or Treat any day over Carrie though, even though Carrie was directed by Brian De Palma, because he directed one of my favourite films of all time, Body Double, starring Craig Wasson, Greg Henry and Melanie Griffith. Yeah, really good one that is. Right, I can't see that squirrel. Come on, squirrel, where are you? Bring them bloody nuts back. Even if you just leave us a few, because I'm going to starve to death if you don't leave us some nuts. I'm lying, I've got some peanut butter sandwiches with us, so yeah, so I shouldn't be too bad, you know what I'm saying. Just going to take a little walk through the tombstones here, and the time is precisely 9:05 on a Sunday evening. It's quite quiet in here at the minute, apart from the road in the distance or the other side of the cemetery, but apart from that, all I can hear is some birds making noises in the trees, cracking noises with the branches or something like that. I think that's what it is anyway. Oh, I've just noticed something here. Look at this picture. Oh, it's not where I thought it was, but you see this here? I thought that was one eye. I thought this was a skull from over there. It looked like it. It looked like one of them little Martians out of the film Mars Attacks, directed by Tim Burton, starring Jack Nicholson, Michael J. Fox, Pierce Brosnan, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Rod Steiger was in it as well, and who else? I think that's most of them. Oh, Tom Jones was in it. It's not unusual to be in Mars Attacks anymore. See, from here, it kind of looks like one of the aliens out of Mars Attacks. Can you see what I'm seeing? It doesn't show up so well on camera, but outside of the camera it does look like that. But it's not there at all. Look at it, look at how it does now from this angle. Look, he has the teeth here. Look, teeth. There's the eyes. Looks like there's an eye missing here, and there's the brain thing. It looks like one of the little aliens out of Mars Attacks, I'm telling you. I'll put a little picture. I'll try and put a little picture of one of the aliens out of Mars Attacks here and see if you can tell the difference or see the likeness, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll try that. Because to me, that's what it looks like. I thought it was that from over there until I got a little bit closer. Move closer, just a little bit closer. And what's the rest of the words? I'm not sure. Until you feel like you're doing something or other. I don't know, something like that. Okay, so since it's getting a bit dim now, I think I better be wrapping this evening's video up. And especially now, since I'm covered in midges, I've got them crawling in my ears, all on my face, behind my glasses, my forehead and everywhere. Can you not see them on the screen? You should be able to see the little midges floating about, flying in front of us. There's loads of them, pretty much. And not only that, I kind of find the squirrel anyway. Although, hang on. What's that over there? Ah, it's just a hedgehog. Thought it was a squirrel there for a minute, but it wasn't. Just a little hedgehog foraging around for food, I guess. Looking for worms and things, you know. Possibly looking for somebody to give him some milk in a saucer or something, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to be wrapping this one up now. I can see all the cars have got the headlights on over there through the gap in the trees on the main road at Heworth roundabout. Which reminds me, does anyone know why a lot of cars these days, even though it's not dark, it's probably in the evening around 5-6 o'clock, but it's not dark, it's still fully daylight, and a lot of cars have got the headlights fully on? What's that all about? Aren't they wasting the car battery doing that? What's that all about? So if you drive a car yourself, or you know why these other drivers have the lights on when it's still daylight, could you let us know? And pop it down in the comments, please, because I'd like to hear your answer to that one, or your theories, or if you're not sure. Because I'm not sure. Unless they automatically come on at some point, like, you know, like some of these lights in the cemetery on graves, like solar powered. And when it starts to get a bit dim, the lights come on, these solar powered lights on the graves or in your garden. But then again, I don't think that's the reason, because like I say, it wasn't even anywhere near dark when I've seen some of these cars with the lights fully on, the headlights, you know, full on, like, they seem to be full on, not lit up quite bright, you know. So let us know if you know why the cars have got the headlights on in daylight, some of them, not all of them, just some of them. Okay, I heard another loud noise behind us there, I don't know where it was. What was it? Could it be a phantom or a werewolf? Or maybe Count Dracula himself is visiting Heworth Cemetery on a Sunday evening. You never know. You never know. So as I leave you here from these broken graves, at least some of them are. There's one over here, down there, which is pretty much smashed into a few bits there, lying on the ground. Yep, it is indeed. So once again, I'm going to leave you here. I'm not going to leave you here. I'm not going to leave myself here either. But I'm going to leave you on this video from here right now. So I can go off and have some peanut butter sandwiches before I head off back to the castle where I live in the dungeons, and chain myself up once again next to me plate of food from 3 weeks ago. Just kidding, of course. My food was from 1.5 weeks ago. Sorry about that. Anyway, so until next time, and I haven't been drinking, just in case you have. I mean, just in case I have. No, sorry, I'll start again. I haven't been drinking. I must say that in case you think I have. That's what I meant to say. You're not going to believe us after I fluffed that one, are you? You'd be sitting there on the couch going, I think he's been drinking, like. I don't trust him. He's not being honest. Ian Craig will be sitting with his wife on the couch saying there's no way he hasn't been drinking, like. He doesn't sound like himself the night. But I don't drink. I'll just remind you once again, I do not drink. I drink liquids, yes, water and stuff, but not out of the tap, just out of a bottle. I won't touch tap water to save my life these days, not touching it. Never drink it. But I do not drink alcohol. And I don't drink Coca-Cola or any soft drinks or anything like that anymore. Unless I'm forced into going to a pub with someone, which isn't too often. When there's nothing else on the menu apart from shandy or something, and that's usually where I get some shandy. But even shandy's usually got either sugar in it or sweeteners, and I kind of stand sweeteners. Lethal things, them, like aspartame and what's the other one? What's the other one? Oh god. Sucrose? Well, it might not be. I forget the name of the other ones. Aspartame and I kind of think right now. But you know the ones I mean. They're not good for you. Put it that way. Not good for you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling on, and I'll leave you here. So I'll catch you all next time. Don't forget to give us a little like if you enjoyed any of this video here tonight, and I'll be very thankful for that as per usual. And don't forget to subscribe and share my video if you want. Yeah, I don't mind if you do that, and I'll be very thankful for that as well. And you might see some more, or you will see some more videos from me in the future if you subscribe, and you get notifications. And if you hit the bell, you'll definitely get notifications each time I upload a video. So thanks very much, everyone, and see you next time. Bye bye for now. Ta-ra now.